something. We're back, guys. Welcome. Episode 7, season 2.
Yes,
I believe episode 7, season 2. Yep, episode 7, season 2. Forever and
Almost
then
had
some. I'm Brian. This is my beautiful wife, Tiffany. If you're just joining us, new subscribers, we got a few of those this week because we've been putting content out, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm going to start this episode with 2 hot takes, Willie. One from you, one from me. Okay, Stanley Cups. I never thought that I would care. Tiffany has multiple Stanley Cups. I've taken this one into my possession just because it was sitting on the counter and it keeps my drinks cold. I don't like that you have to. Do you notice that you have to hold it with your left hand
For the Stanley the show?
No, not for the Stanley show. For if you hold it right-handed, the straw is on the forward.
Oh, I drink it both ways.
I do too. In the middle of the, I drink it more like this in the middle of the night. But once it gets low, you got to adjust the straw and get it in the corner and then sippy sip. And that's so stupid to me. I feel like it's supposed to be the opposite way.
It should be.
Then it looks good like this.
I agree with you.
We're not sponsored by Stanley, so I'm not going to just give them free promotions. But that cup keeps my water cold. Even when it's warm, it makes it a little colder somehow. Don't understand. Might be a mind game. Who knows? Welcome to the episode. Thanks for hanging with us. It is a Tuesday.
What was the other hot take?
We'll get to it.
Oh. You said
it's
start with 2
for you guys. There's another hot take. We'll get into it. It's Tuesday for you guys. It's Monday for us because we had a wild weekend. We'll break it down. We are busy as double hockey sticks. But the other hot take is that Tiffany has been spent the last couple of days watching a show that TikTok just keeps telling us all about. And she was so hyped to watch this show and then just sat down in this chair and told me she watched it and finished it just to finish it because she can't not finish a show, but basically just finished it to finish it because it wasn't good.
Yeah, because I'm a big binger and not big. It's I do it all the time. But when it
comes
find something,
time,
I'm going to binge it.
We talked about this on the first season.
Yeah.
You're good at binging.
Yeah, so I'm going to get it done. And usually there's been, 4 times ever that I haven't finished something. And I think Pinky Blinders is one of them.
Walking Dead.
I have 1 season left. I think it just took so long to get to it once I restarted it.
Yep.
But Pinky Blinders, I've been told I have to give it a go. I couldn't even get it past the first 3 episodes when I was like, okay, this is horrible. And they're no, give it to the first 5. But anyways, it was Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Yeah, the Secret Mormon Wife.
And I thought it was going to have, I didn't think necessarily it was going to have religious based things going on in it. But I thought I was going to get different, I guess, content based off of the name and them being Mormon. And they do follow Christianity. But it is a little differently. So anyway, I just thought, yeah, whatever. I mean, everybody has drama in their lives regardless of where you're at. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And it was they are grown women acting like, middle schoolers, high schoolers.
It's
and
it was that, it's that.
And they're blaming one person for all of it. And it's every single one of them, except maybe 1 or 2 of them, were very childish and catty. And I was just like, wow.
It's just
this is a show for women.
Yeah.
That's not how women treat each other. And if it is how you treat each other, you got to find a new group of friends because that's just not okay.
Very toxic, not demure. Are they still saying that?
I don't know.
Is that last week? Is that 2 weeks ago?
So 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but, it seemed just like every other reality show.
I almost thought it was worse because the thing is when I don't watch reality TV show like that, TV like that. I watched the Kardashians when I was in middle school to high school, I think.
they'll throw it on here and there to have something on. And
I don't think I really
It's been a while.
I don't think I do. I used to watch the Kardashians here and there afterwards just because it was something that I used to watch when I was younger.
Yeah.
Just to kind of catch up with them,
Catching up with the Kardashians,
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Isn't that the name of this show?
It used to be Keeping Up, but I think it's on a different platform now.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Used to be on
Kanye was married to one of them.
Yeah.
That's all about I know. And
you know more because he's watched an episode or 2, so it's not.
Watched a couple episodes.
But anyways, it was really. I think maybe it seemed worse to me because I thought one, it was it's I guess Desperate Housewives is probably similar then to it because those are adult women too, and it's
Yeah.
just very catty and ugly, and I'm like,
But
ugh.
that's why they make the shows about these people, because they like that's what keeps certain people entertained. I just never been into
I
it.
thought it
The
ruined
last
all of their characters because all these girls on this show are they're influencers, I guess, on TikTok.
yeah, I guess so.
All of
Yeah.
them. I didn't
Instagram and stuff too.
necessarily know that. Well, I knew a little bit of it because I kept seeing it on TikTok when I'd
Yeah.
go on there, but I didn't know all of them were influencers. All of them are influencers, and it's just like when you put that out there, that's not necessarily what you put on there when you're influencing. When you're influencing, you're like girl power, mom talk. We're this, we're that to each other, and then you see this show, and it's a complete opposite. And it's just like you're putting on this, which everybody does in some sort type of form, I think, for social media. Like it's just clips of your life. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily your life.
And you
So
get
it's
to
kind of
control that
hard to
clip.
be so truthful
Yeah.
on social media. So I can get how it can happen, but like the complete polar opposite from what I've seen that they put out on their social media is happening on their show, which
Right.
I feel like that wouldn't be good for their brand because they were all talking about they have the brand as Mom Talk and then they have individual brands that they're selling and they're making money off products and stuff.
Yeah.
I just didn't see how that flowed together. And I
It
mean,
just
I'm
definitely
guessing it's
seemed a
being
lot about the drama.
it was about the drama. There was very little about actually being like there for each other and more.
Right. It
Um,
seemed like they weren't. I
and
mean,
they
for what
just
I
seem very
saw,
immature for their age. Every single one of them. Like the oldest one was 31, so I get like that's like not super,
it's
but they
not
all had
super old.
kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all of them are married or have already been divorced.
Right.
Um, which whatever, that's neither here nor there. But they just you're doing adult things and you're very much acting like a middle schooler, high
Right.
schooler.
Still in that like young mindset.
Yeah, so
Which whatever.
so
Some
that was a
people.
little sad. I was looking for a show to be more like women empowering and
Right.
together, and they're all making money and finding fame through
Social.
TikTok to
Yeah.
social media to make money and make careers. Because a lot of them were like waitresses before, stay at home moms that didn't have income, and now
Okay.
they're providers for the family, which I did like that because not necessarily in our day to day life. I don't think it we see it, people that the woman is more the provider than the man. They make more money,
Yeah.
but like in their religion, they say it's a very like shunned thing, and a lot of them are the providers for their family, which I thought that was really cool because that should be like not a shunned thing that a woman is making more money.
Right.
Who's ever blessed to do so is as long as the household is taken care of. But
Yeah. I mean, we're in that situation.
right,
You make more money than me, but we have a balance too, though. I mean, we both pitch. We do what we can.
yeah. I like I said, I don't think it matters which one is making more money or not. I mean, if I made enough money where you didn't have to work and you ended up being able to stay at home and be the like stay at home parent.
That's a possibility. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it does whatever.
But
would
if it had to
happen,
be like that, it would be
it's
like
better
that.
for our kids.
I'm not afraid. I'm not.
If that
Yeah,
blessing came my way when I would be the provider to be able to do so, I would love that.
and
Because
vice versa.
yeah,
But
so
also, yeah, I would. I'm not the type of man that's gonna be like, "That's not manly enough, bro." I will stay and change diapers all day. I love these chitlins.
yeah,
I love these
do
kids.
crafts, and you better start learning how to cook though. That would be the one requirement. I'd have to send you to cooking classes.
Listen, you wouldn't have to. Just give me some TikToks, bro. I'll figure it out. I
You,
feel like this. I feel like I'm I don't know, when I take my time, I can
I
cook
think
some
that's
all
the
right
biggest
stuff.
thing. Like you'd have to plan, and you'd have to know because
I just have to learn
every
to
time
like.
I've talked to him while he's in the kitchen, heat on high as it can go, and like, and that's not
Yeah.
no.
I'm
So
so it's funny because I cooked for years as a job, so I think that like that put some crappy like vibes in wanting to cook, and then like I knew what degrees to set my ovens and like all my stuff at work. So I just like crank it up as high as it'll go at home, thinking that's what I should do because I'm used to having this big flat top or these nice
right,
cast iron skillets and all. But
I
in
will say,
reality, I should probably cook way lower and just
yeah,
take
yeah,
my
yeah. I
time.
will say though, like I started cooking at home. Like I never had to cook meals. My mom always
Yeah,
did it, but like I would just enjoyed cooking.
yeah,
So like cooking at home is something I learned younger. I'm not super young. I was Mariah's age, younger than Mariah. I think definitely cooking meals for my whole family just
Oh
because I
wow.
enjoyed it, or at least her age. I want to say like 10, probably 10, well 11, 11, 12. But they weren't like hard meals. They're like chicken quesadillas and rice, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
But
Which I would be very proud of making.
but then when I got a job in a kitchen, and I did catch on relatively fast there because, like you said, there's a lot of preset when you go into a kitchen. Like, this is where you turn the heat on. This is where you do that. So
Yeah.
you're not looking to like how high or for,
I
and then you just
almost
got to
like
figure out how long your burger temps and your steak and stuff.
right.
But going from doing that for years and not being able to cook at home for a while because all my life was going to work,
Yeah.
going into a home kitchen cooking was very hard the first, I think, like couple weeks that I tried to do it again, because you're used to all the ingredients in a kitchen being prepared. You prep yourself and you come home and you got to like, you're trying to do it as you go
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
than
yeah.
pre-prepping a lot of the times. Not
I
it.
think I think that I don't know why I did it or how I did it, but I just disassociated it like the
Yeah.
two. And plus before we got together I didn't have a reason to cook. Like I always like as soon as I got a job, I saw that as a chance to never eat home cooked meals again and only went out and ate. And spent all my money on like either crap fast food or like mid-level food that I could pick up and go bring home.
Yeah.
Oh, and I worked in restaurants, so half the time I wouldn't need dinner. I'd just be like, "Hey, throw some tendies in for myself, or gotta bring home some slices or huge gigantic bags of bagels."
Yeah. No, when I work in a restaurant and I like, there's nights that there's days that I don't eat
Yeah, no,
because I'm
because
just like,
you're
I'm too tired. I don't have the,
yeah,
and then like it changes it for at home. Like I would love to cook more at home, but like
dude.
the thing, well, right now there's a for us to start doing so, but like it's so expensive to buy
Like
I think we
good,
said it
really good
before, that
stuff. Yeah,
buy the fresh ingredients, and then when I was working Monday through Friday, we go shopping on Sunday. I
yeah,
could do one good meal, and then by the time it's some stuff you can freeze and like herbs and stuff like that, and it won't go bad. But the time it was the next weekend, it's bad.
yeah.
So
And we
it
don't
was
have the
hard.
most adventurous food
Oh
eating
my god,
people in our.
Mariah's very hard to cook for. She doesn't
and
like anything.
Yeah, she's just at that age.
But
It's
if
like
anybody
once
else cooks
I was
it,
the
she
same
loves it.
way. I was the same way.
But like she loves it when anybody else cooks.
Yeah.
Like when we went over to Kayla and Nathan's house,
Yeah, she ate all
she ate
that.
all of it and
I mean,
loved it, and it was good.
She eats
But
most of your
if I would have
dinners.
just cooked chicken, like a chicken and green beans, she would like, I just, and what was the other side? They had potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes.
She's like, I only want the chicken and green beans,
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah, we've
And
been
then she'd eat all the green beans and like maybe two bites out of the chicken. She ate
right, right,
everything
right.
was on her plate, and she was like, and when we got in the car,
Just a
she was like,
different.
their food was so good.
Yeah,
And it was good, but it's just like,
I've made that a bunch.
you hated it.
I think I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But I like most of your meals too. So it's like we've talked about
Most
this.
of my meals?
I
Oh my
love like
gosh.
well, there's never anything where I'm like, ugh, bleh, too much pepper. No.
Yeah,
You were
we're
heavy on the
peppered.
pepper for a couple weeks
2
for like
days.
2 meals.
2 days.
For like a week.
You just
Well, like
said two
2 or
meals.
3 meals in a row.
No, it was the
I think it's because I when you cook at home, that is just my excuse to eat that for the rest of the week because we cook. You learn to cook for a huge. You either cook at a restaurant where the portions need to be huge, or you cook for 9 people or 7 people. So you make huge portions. So I have a lunch.
I make it
if you make
because
something
you
on
want it
Monday,
for lunch.
yeah. You make something on Monday, I eat it for lunch. Or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So that one time.
That's why I made that extra packet last night for your lunch.
Yeah, and I ate it for lunch. It was delicious. I got way too full today, but I was like, I went into Jess's office and was like, like lunch could really save your life sometimes, or it can make you miserably tired. And today I got too full and I'm miserably tired. She just started
But
laughing.
the pepper thing that I like, so I made a
But
stew.
that's what
I made a stew, and then I made a pot roast. Well, like
a
it's not
pot roast, and then you made chicken and dump.
the chicken and dumpling was the other thing that had a lot
and
of
I
pepper
brought
in
it to work the next day, so I felt like I ate it like 3 days in a row or something. But
it's because we went on vacation and I packed up all my smaller spices
so you
to
had the
take
big old
on so
joint.
we could have, because the place that we were staying in had a full kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we came
Our
back
Disney
home,
trip.
I forgot to pull all the stuff out of the bag, and I started just using like the big giant. We go to Sam's Club and get the big ones so I can refill them. And with the chicken and with the chicken and dumplings, it's got two sides. It's got one that's for a spoon and one for a shaker.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what I popped open. I went like this, and it was over.
I will say this: I accidentally over peppered something with that thing too, trying to use the one side
and
that
it
had the
popped open.
but the other side wasn't closed all the way.
That was
So like
probably
I
me
did
too.
it
I
and
thought
it
I
flung
closed
out the
it.
top. I was
For
like,
some reason, once you open that side, and I've noticed it with like all seasonings because of work and stuff, once you open that side with the spoon,
there's no closing it.
it's like the granules get in it. You got to clean it really good, and even then, sometimes they're by the edge, and it just won't shut.
Yep.
But yeah.
So if I was a stay-at-home dad, I definitely would have to cook more. I think a big thing of both me too is that I get angry and when I cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to work on that. And I'm going to let that lead into what they talked about at church this weekend that I kind of wanted to try and keep in my mind all week. And I tried to think about it first thing this morning. Renewal.
Daily renewal.
Daily renewal, baby. Just like start the day fresh. Yesterday is not today. Tomorrow's not today. So do what you can to make today good. It's just a way better way of living. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to like. I focus. Well, it's only been one day, so I did that this morning. I could say I was in a pretty good mood today.
You were, yeah.
I mean,
even when I called
these,
you
yeah,
earlier about what was going on.
Sometimes that would have made me mad.
More times than not.
But it didn't make me mad today. I was like, it is what it is.
It definitely frustrated the both of us, but
yeah, and I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Well, I was also.
Well, it's the combination of both. I was
there was
calling
something
you to tell
going
you that,
on, and then there was something I had to tell you that I was not too stoked on the conversating about personal family stuff.
Yeah,
and yeah, I I snapped a little bit at you. I was like, "Let me talk," because I'm trying to tell you that I did do the right thing.
Yeah, I snapped at you and was like, "Don't say that,"
and I snapped back. But then I think we're really good at like when we clap at each other, we like. Okay,
immediately.
Listen, sorry. Like,
yeah,
we say sorry before. Me and Tiffany are pretty big on not going to bed mad.
Yeah,
or even getting, or even
not going longer than an hour mad because I rarely think that we've done that.
Yeah, with each other.
Yeah,
no. I think we're good at like not even hanging up the phone mad with each other.
Yeah,
there's like a little, I let a fly in or something somehow.
Oh,
you see it?
Yeah.
Don't know how this house isn't dirty. No, I think we had a big issue this weekend. So last week.
Oh yeah, we were leaving the doors open left and right. Too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because our AC was like slowly. We noticed like earlier last week we were like, it's feeling kind of warm in here, and then I started to pay attention to it and was like, oh yeah, it's getting to like 7. At first it was getting to like 7. We keep ours at 70, sometimes 69. It's at 71 right now, I think. But throughout the week, I was noticing it at night. It would be right because the sun's not out. But during the day, if we come upstairs, it feel kind of warm, and I'd look at it and it'd be like 74. And then the next day it was like 75. By Friday come around, it was 78.
Yeah,
when we got home.
Too hot.
And I was like, all right, yeah, something's not cool. And last year we had an issue with it. It was making a bunch of noise, and your father and brother taught me how to like take the face off and like clean the coils and then while they were here cleaning other parts of it, you watched them, which came in clutch. So we just took our two knowledges on Saturday together and fixed the AC, and it's running great now. So we're homeowners. We're awesome at this. It was only stressful for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But yeah, the freaking doors were going in and out. Because as soon as I cleaned it, I took a shower, got out the shower, and I was like, it still feels warm.
Well, we went and we turned the AC on and it worked.
Yep. And then we turned around and checked it after I got out of the shower and it was off again. So I was like, oh, here we go. What's the issue now?
Yeah. So just an FYI, if anybody's listening and it ever happens to them, always clean your coils every 6 months.
Yeah, we're going to start doing it more.
Which I think this was almost 6, probably more than 6 months.
Since last time I did it, it is way longer than 6 months. It's been a year for sure. Well, I think I waited too long. And that's why we started to have an issue.
But when your coils get dirty, also it can cause
that water line gets clogged.
And so what happened was there's that safety little bog type thing. I don't know. Is that right? What bog?
So there's a thing that when your water is backing up,
and
there's
it touches
like
it.
Yeah, it's like a little bobber that
it immediately shuts it off.
Yeah. You guys probably know this because you're grown ups.
And I popped it out, and it instantly cut on.
Yep. So we were like, oh, so it's something's wrong with the water.
Yeah.
Aunt Judy just texted me. She said, I got a friend. Wait, what is this? Oh, she always sends me music. Yeah. She sent me a song and said, thinking of you.
Oh.
Your Aunt Judy's the sweetest thing in the world, isn't she? She's my prized possession. And I love her, and don't ever touch don't ever do Aunt Judy wrong. I'll kill you. You know who I'm talking to. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we had that happen, and also we have a lot of stuff in our garage and haven't been able to clean it, and it's been getting worse and worse. And our water heater has.
That's because we had somebody else's stuff being moved into our garage. We still
have it in there. So our water heater's all the way in the far corner, and we threw a little bucket under it like a while ago. It's been dripping slowly. Well, it had been a while since I checked this, and I went into the garage the other day, and half of the side of the garage had water along it. So I was like, that bucket's full, and it's buried in there because we moved all this stuff in, and then we had multiple birthday parties, and what was the other party? Gender reveal party. So we would take stuff and just shove it in there, and anything that didn't need to be in the house got shoved in there.
Yeah, I bought a tent.
Bought a tent. We built this. Her dad and brothers built this like backdrop thing. You might have seen pictures of it on our social medias. So we could put like stickers on it, and it was like, and then you used it like an arch for balloons.
Tons of Christmas decorations.
She just keeps buying Christmas stuff and bringing Christmas stuff home. We had like multiple Christmas trees. The fall, we went in there yesterday and found the fall stuff.
I have 4 Christmas trees for outside. Okay, they're little Christmas trees.
4,
beautiful.
They're like this big. I'll give you that.
They're bigger than that, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're like 4 foot tall.
Yeah,
they're not very wide. They're skinny. We put them by the front door,
and I make like a little Christmas village outside.
And we have a huge Christmas tree that is our Christmas tree. And then up until recently, we had a huge one that was in a bag that we gave to my mother.
Oh, we did give it to her.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's also just like baby outgrows a toy that's huge. Throw it in the garage. Mariah cleans her room and doesn't tell us and has bags of like old clothes. And we did the same thing. So our clothes, her clothes, there's huge bags of clothes out there. It looks like Santa's been holding
one of those drop-offs.
Yeah, we just need
to go to the garage so they can go to a drop-off
and we just
live in the garage.
Drop them off. Right. So yeah. So we had to empty that water heater out. That was a job.
Yeah, which made another job for us that we're going to have to take too. But I'm going to wait until it's a little bit cooler out. So
to clean the garage. Yes, we actually have to clean the garage.
Well, the other stuff, I think some of it got ruined because of the water.
Yeah, because there was water in there. So things got like moldy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Boxes, wet boxes.
So that's why we didn't film yesterday. And what's funny is that we come home from church. And what else did we do yesterday? Oh, we had 2 birthdays to go to. Well, we all, as a family, went to one birthday, then had to leave an hour and 10 minutes later to bring Mariah to one of her friends' birthdays. So it was just a freaking Sunday of running around. So Saturday we did all that craziness, so we didn't have to do it on Sunday. And then Sunday we're running around doing all the craziness, being people that go and see people for some reason.
Yuck.
Yeah. And so we were like, I came home. And we were going to get Mariah from that party, and we were like, Mariah can watch the baby for the podcast. But then we got home, and I was like, do you want to just push the podcast back a day and do this on Monday for once? And maybe we'll see if maybe Tuesday's better to post too. I don't know. Use it as an excuse. So that's what we did. And it's funny because we could have shot the podcast last night because that baby fell asleep at 6:45 at night and slept until 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Not peacefully.
Yeah, not great.
But she was asleep most of the time. Crazy. That baby, sometimes the baby will just like knock out.
Well, she like, it's when she doesn't nap. It's when she doesn't nap for a couple of days.
Yep.
She'll refuse to go down for a nap. Sunday, she didn't get a nap because Saturday she didn't get a nap because we were running around like crazy trying to buy stuff to clean the air conditioning vent, getting like a a new filter for it.
Need a new filter.
Which our filter, that's another like saga
debacle.
Yeah.
Cannot find the right size in a store. You can only order them online. Every time we go to buy one, it's like it must just be a weird size.
And it just sucks because it's not something like you remember to do it, but like it's then once you remember to order it, now you got to order it and then you got to wait a couple of days. I know there's programs where you can order them where it's like they drop them off monthly or however often you're supposed to change
Amazon
them.
has options to like sign up for monthly buys where you can like order one thing and it's like, do you want this every 2 months because you need to change it, or well every month because you need to change it every month.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I know there's like there's websites that do it.
Oh yeah, Amazon does it.
So I didn't know Amazon did it.
It does it when we order stuff at work. It does it. So I don't know if it's like a business account thing, but. Oh. But yeah, that's our weekend update and why we didn't film on a Monday, or why we didn't put the podcast out on a Monday, and we're going to be putting it out on a Tuesday. And yeah, renewal. Wake up every morning, try and start a new day. That's been something new that we took from church. That church was sick this week.
Yeah.
Cord, and his name is Cord. I called him Code Bear on here. His name is Cord Bear. I'm fixing stuff. And last week, I talked about Dave. There's not a Dave in worship. His name is Dan. I don't know what I was thinking. So if Dan, if you listen to this, I love you, bud. If you don't, and someone does that's from worship, listens to this and hears this, his name's not Dave, bro. It's Dan, and he's my guy.
Dan the man.
Dan the harmony man, saving my life out here. But yeah, that's why we're a day late. We're gonna be posting on Tuesday, so I hope you guys had a happy Monday because it's Tuesday, bro. Even though it's Monday right now. Fun stuff. Yeah, busy weekend. Was not it was a good weekend still. It was crazy, but it was very filled with stuff.
Yeah.
One of the things that has been going on with the baby that I really wanted to update you guys on, this baby worships the Lord as much as she can, and it's amazing. So I think we did it a couple weeks ago when we noticed her getting into it, but we would like pick up the house. I'd like pick up the house and put worship music on, like Elevation Church or just stuff that I listen to, big production stuff. And a lot of the times it's songs that like are getting sung at our church too. So we noticed her singing Hallelujah Here Below, a song that we talked about last week. That's the song that we talked about last week that I sing at church. I've sung it twice now. So I've noticed that she's singing it. So I'm like, dang, she already like sings her baby songs all the time. Let's just throw some worship on. So we threw worship on, and she's like, me and Tiffany are sitting there, tears in our eyes, while listening to worship music one night on the couch, and the baby's in the middle of us, just like clapping along with the congregation on TV, just being like amazing. And so now we were cleaning the other day and she's singing Hallelujah Here Below with her hands in the air. And I'm just like, yes, baby, let's do it. Worship the Lord on this beautiful Saturday while we clean our house. Or it actually was Sunday.
Yeah.
The baby's just, dude.
She's so sweet. And I think she can tell that we like love that she does it. And yes. Like this morning,
she was
after a very rough night of sleep, because she did sleep, but like she like whined through the sleep because she was like wanting to wake up. She woke when she did wake up, the first thing she started singing was Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We sing Hallelujah. She does this like weird thing with her tongue where she like folds it while she's saying Hallelujah. It's so cute.
It is.
But she knows a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because I listen to like a couple of their Elevation albums in the car all the time. Just to get that spirit going, you know what I'm saying? While you drive. And she knows a lot of them. It's hilarious. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet what they pick up on.
Yep, sweet little baby.
And it's also shocking what they pick up on.
Bro, mind is a sponge.
Yeah.
I took pictures of her in the pool yesterday that I didn't show you, so I'm going to show you guys.
She was so cute. My mom sent me a video of her singing the song today, too.
Oh, she sings that really popular song on TikTok. Excuse me, you look like you love me. Yeah. All right, no copyright strike, YouTube. If you guys can see how cute this baby is, block my face. You can't.
Well, it's blurred.
It's broken.
It's so cute.
Her swimming in the pool at the birthday party yesterday. This birthday party that we went to of our friends, they had a pool set up and a water slide set up, and she was the first baby there. And she was also like a little bit too small for the slide. The slide probably would have hurt her.
Yeah.
So but
she would have been like,
rewind. We dressed her for this party, and she knows what her swimsuit is because we have a baby pool here. We've talked about. So she is freaking out when we go to leave because she thinks she's going in.
We go to pool.
Go to pool. We go to pool. Half the time, I don't know if she's saying Winnie the Pooh or go in the pool.
No, they both. We go in the pool. We go in the pool.
They both sound very similar though. So I'm like, Winnie the Pooh. She's like, no, go to pool. Go to pool. Oh no. And then we go to walk out the front door, and she walks to the back door and is like banging on it, freaking out, crying. I'm like, bro, we're only 5 minutes away from this person's house. Please just understand you're going in a pool. You're going to be the only person in that pool. Little did we know.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah. We were only there for like an hour and 10 minutes, like I said, and she was in the pool every minute of it and loved it.
She's a water baby.
Yep. It's awesome. She's a little fish. So yeah. Fish baby. That update on the big baby. Well, the medium baby. We got the little baby cooking right now.
Yeah. We have a doctor's appointment on Thursday.
Yep. Any pregnancy updates this week or the last week, I guess? Feeling anything?
More tired? No, I can feel him kick now. I am very tired.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think I felt this tired with either of the girls. I knew I was tired with Everly, but I was tired with Everly because that physically was hurting as well.
Yeah.
My sciatic, and my job was a lot more like strenuous.
Yeah.
At that point, I mean, I was working like 10 to 12-hour shifts every day.
Right.
And I don't feel like I felt super tired until I was like later into my pregnancy. I just hit 6 months, and I am exhausted all the time. Every day I could take a nap.
Yeah, and you have like not have been, but like. There's been points in the day where you're on the couch and you're like, okay, I could take a nap.
Oh, you get a nap right now. Yeah.
You were napping when I came home.
I'm very tired all the time right now, and I'm very hungry all the time. I feel like I eat. I could eat. I don't eat. I restrain myself because I don't want to blow up huge. But
you should eat and you should drink more water. I tell you this every day. She's been dehydrated like crazy and hasn't been dealing with that.
I drink water. I just don't drink enough water.
Not enough.
I guess.
Not enough for two. Not enough for even one.
I'm not eating enough for two. I'll tell you that. I feel like I'm constantly starving.
Me too, and I don't know what my excuse is. I ate 3 cups of cereal when I got home today. I was like, I need cereal.
Through Dunkin' for church. We usually go through Dunkin' in the morning. I got...
Your sister judged you the hardest.
She did. She's like,
she was like,
hungry?
Are you hungry? You didn't get any drink, and you got 3 things.
I count 2 of those things as one thing because they're small.
Snack wraps are small, yeah.
So I got 2 sandwiches basically. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and I got 2 wake up wraps. And
I did eat one of them.
You
took one bite, and you're like,
because the meat was funny tasting on that.
I was like, meat's fine with me. Brittany's getting sick out the side of the door. She wasn't feeling good, and I was like, sucks to be you. No problem, dude. Just eating wraps.
Thankfully, I got done with my food. But yeah, I honestly, I was still hungry. So I had a whole sandwich, and then I had a breakfast wrap, and I could have had a bagel.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Hungry.
Yeah. Dunkin' Donut, man.
And I don't like the food there either.
No, we always. It's like the only
the church food better, but I know Brittany doesn't. She doesn't want to wait in line, and I feel bad going and eating in the church while she was.
I'll eat the church food every day. I don't care. I love the weekends.
One, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
2, it's just like quick food that you would be making at home, like cheap quick food that you'd be making at home. So it's like not
the quality
horrible.
Is like.
They do carton eggs for sure. They do the cheapest bacon probably they can find, and they do like the bagels that we have now in the fridge. I think are the type of bagels that they
like
So like it's not bad food, and it's not like bad quality as far as like it's unsafety. It's just like
it's always good,
super thin bacon, and you seem to always run out of the sausage. The sausage must be.
Well, we do go to the very last service. But I noticed that it gets scarce the last service at night and the last service in the morning.
Yeah.
Where the food is.
I think the coffees are better at Dunkin' than they are at the church.
Well, yeah.
And then the food is better at the church than it is at Dunkin'.
Dunkin's not. Dunkin', it's a donut place. They do the donuts good and they do coffee. And you don't even think they do donuts good. I love donuts. So
Their donuts are okay. Like if I'm, that's another thing. I'm not a big sweet person. Oh, I'm a Krispy Kreme person all day, and that's like the sweetest thing. I'm not a sweet person.
Krispy Kreme.
Give me Krispy Kremes. Right. But I'm not a person that likes to eat sweet. I don't eat a sweet every day. You do. You tend to like a sweet every day.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sweet as soon as I have something savory.
Pregnancy, there was cookies sitting on the counter. I was like, oh god, I ate a cookie. Like I'm liking sweets. I just food in general right now is just like
my twin is in there right now.
Yeah, because I want to.
You want it? What did we talk about last episode? It was something that you never crave, and Chili's. She went to Chili's a couple weeks ago, and it was like, dude, you hate Chili's. She was like, I loved it. It was amazing.
It was like, good.
I want to go to Chili's right now.
Little buddy loves some Chili's. Right. Yeah, it's weird. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry on a freaking time.
And then like sometimes I'm like filled up really quick, and then like 20 minutes later I'm starving again. So
yeah, your appetite comes right back. It seems
it's strange. I don't know if my pockets are going to be able to handle the further I get into this pregnancy, because all I want to do, and all I want is fast food too. It's
just like terrible food.
I want pizza slices, like fresh pizza slices. I want burgers. I want fries. I want pretzel bites. I want ice cream. I just want it all.
All the stuff that's not great for you.
I want it all.
I want
it with a sweet tea.
Oh yeah, little sweet tea.
Oh my gosh, my parents got ribs from Sonny's. What day was that? Were you there?
I was not there. I would have had one.
So it was Friday. That was their dinner or their lunch that they were having, but I ended up picking up the baby. Well, my mom didn't eat all her ribs, so there was like 3 ribs left. So I was like, I'm not hungry right now. But then Mariah was looking, I'm like, they do kind of look good. You want one? She had a little rib, and I had a piece of rib, and they were so good. I've been thinking about them ever since.
Do you want to get ribs?
No, I don't.
We don't have any money for that.
No, not right now.
Not right now.
No, because I mean, Sunny's is like, it's not expensive, but it's expensive for what it is. I feel like
it's not
great.
It's good food. It's like
it's good food.
It's good food. No, listen, it's good food, but it's not like high end. I would say it's like in between fast food and. Because
Sonny's is something like barbecue is something that we both agree on.
Yeah,
that is something that rarely that I want to eat.
Right, but every time we want it, we go there, and I love it.
Yeah, you've actually liked it more than me lately. I feel like
I love it.
But anyways, their ribs were really good, baby back ribs, and I was just, and I'm not a rib person.
Not a rib.
And I was ready to like have them order 3 more rounds. Order another 3 rounds, I'll go pick it up.
Yeah, ribs. I have a beard. So ribs and wings, I love wings. I like ribs. So it's not like something I crave, like wings every once in a while. I'll be like, dang, I just need wings right now.
Well, I think I just found, actually, if I'm still wanting those ribs when I give birth, I have given my brothers and my sister and everybody, like I'm thinking of things that they can bring me while I'm in the hospital or if I'm home.
Yeah.
And they still haven't brought it to me. They can bring it to me when I get home.
What did you text Daryl?
So Daryl's Wingstop. But I need that in the hospital because it's close perimeters.
Yeah, it's
and
right
it'll be
down
nice
the road.
and hot.
It's literally right down the road.
I think I might hit up Colton for the Sunnies.
Sunnies.
And I gotta be meticulous about what I asked Dalton for. It's gotta be something he really enjoys too, or he ain't getting it.
Or something. A good pizza.
He's like, girl, you just had a baby. That's fine. You don't need nothing.
Yeah. The craving lately has been pizza.
It has been like good pizza, like a nice slice of pizza that's rewarmed.
I'm fine with it. I'm here for it, dude. I love a good slice of pizza.
Usually I'm the one like, whatever. I want all the fast food, all the quick. You give it to me.
You know what I've been seeing?
Taco Bell's has been sounding so good all the time.
We have an awful one, so we won't get it anytime soon. But I've been wanting Burger King so bad.
You said that, and that was like the one thing that I wasn't like. But I feel like a couple weeks ago I said something about wanting Burger King, and I think it just has left the building. I don't want it right now.
Yeah, I just keep seeing somebody multiple people reposted the same thing, and it's like a meme of it was like 4 pictures of Burger King, and it was like everybody always talks about McDonald's, but Burger King really do be hitting or something like that.
Yeah, I think like we were saying, like if you have a good Burger King, it's probably like good, but it's still not as good as McDonald's. And I'm not even huge on McDonald's.
I think that McDonald's just all around is the best fast food place. I do.
Maybe
I think it's I think there's a reason it's the most popular in the world. It's just you can't go wrong.
Like
it's terrible
burger
for
fast
you.
food.
Yeah,
Like
burgers.
I don't
the
know.
nuggets.
I honestly
the flurries,
that place
the
that
fries.
I had, that Freddy's place.
But that's yeah. But I think Freddy's is like more quality. Like McDonald's is its own thing. I don't know. Like no other burger tastes like that burger.
No, but like Freddy's is better.
Maybe.
Like for me.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like there's burger like fast food restaurants that are like, this is a fast food restaurant. You know you're getting crappy food, but somehow they put enough salt and this on it that it'd be like good.
Yeah.
And that's McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's.
Right. I think that McDonald's just like stands above all
you can,
other.
I feel like you can rate those three together.
No.
So it's like McDonald's.
Yes.
Wendy's. Because they're fresh, right? I don't like Wendy's.
I love Wendy's.
So McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's.
Sure.
You would say?
I don't know.
Anyways, those three, and then you have like places like Culver's, Freddy's,
Culver's,
Five Guys.
Culver's is like you're right. They're like borderline not fast food,
but they are fast food.
They're technically fast food.
They're just better quality fast food.
But yeah, I feel like they make per order. It's not like frozen stuff. Maybe I don't know. It just seems like quality.
Yeah,
better. We've talked about food this entire episode.
I love food.
We love food so much. We're a Christian podcast, but Christians got to eat. You know what I'm saying? We're a family podcast that just happens to be Christian people on it, right? Something like that. I'm loving the new angle though. I love making the content all week. I keep
catching myself just looking at myself.
I've been looking at you.
And then I'll look at you. Camera. I'll look at you too, but I catch myself like staring at myself. Like
I'm glad that you're not in the other chair. She's in a different chair, guys.
I am.
I scooted her makeup chair in here.
Can't see it.
I bought this for her.
No, it's not a pearl. It's an oyster.
It's like an oyster. She's like a little
mermaid.
Ariel. But yeah, last week we complained about the chair, and I was like, all right, let me wheel it. I was about to bring in the.
It makes so much sense too to bring it in here. I don't know why we never thought of it. It's so much more comfortable. By now my back is like, to be honest, killing me.
I know that I'm gonna be comfortable, and I always forget when we leave this room. I always forget you're uncomfortable until we're like halfway through the pod, and you're like, nah. I'm like, okay, dang, dude, sorry. But so bad. I like it because mine's taller than yours. So for once in our lives, I'm taller than you. And that's beautiful. I don't have to wear cowboy boots this time around to be taller than you. All right, so we're 40 minutes in.
I don't think you just need a booster seat.
Shut up, man. You need longer
I didn't mean
arms.
to say it like that. I don't know what.
Signing out, dude. Later, guys. Screw me. No. Booster Billy over here, dude. They call me. I call myself Bobby Boucher at work sometimes because I'm watering stuff all the time.
You're what?
Watering stuff.
Watering. I think loitering.
I'm loitering all the time.
What?
Don't
do that.
No. Listen here, okay?
You are the water boy. That's right.
Yeah. We're only 40 minutes in, and I've gone through all my topics, so I'm going to bring this up. Actually, no, I haven't. I wanted to talk to you about something because I feel like social media brings it up all the time. Like we talked about that one post where it was like 90-something% of couples nowadays, one of the person's cheating, so you might as well just stay with the person in the bad relationship because no matter what, somebody's going to cheat. And that got me thinking like, we're so like detached from the dating world. I think that we talked about dating in the first season and how crappy it is nowadays and how bad we feel for people. But now we're saved, so we feel even worse because nowadays, like could you even imagine being a Christian person dating in today's world?
No, because I never was a Christian person dating in this world.
I know. That's when I'm like, would we be better?
Well, I tell you this. When I first started dating, I
was Christian. Yeah.
And it got me no attention.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
it was very hard.
It's even far between now.
And not like attention, like what I mean, like, but like it just like guys would hear that and immediately be like,
yep, nope,
waste of time.
Yep, exactly. I really feel bad for the community that
It
is
is.
trying to date right
I
now.
actually saw a girl that posted that she's posting that she was waiting to hear back from this guy that she had gone on several dates with, and by their third date she let him know that she was celibate and she was waiting for marriage.
Yeah.
And that they've had great connections. It looked like they were going to start dating, but prior to them doing that, she wanted to be honest with him and let him know that.
Yeah.
And she told him, I'd rather you not give me an answer right now. I'd rather you go home and think about it. And I'd appreciate a call or a text letting me know if you decide not to just like ghost me.
Right.
I would really appreciate you to just like think about it and think about the time that we've had together and like how, great we are and stuff. And just know that it would have to be a relationship without sex.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting till marriage. And she
And
didn't hear back from him for like 4 days. And she would post daily about like, okay, I didn't hear back from him. I'm going to give him a full week.
this is a TikTok girl,
A
I'm
TikTok
guessing.
girl, yeah. I don't think she just had this video go viral. But you know, um, and he eventually did give her call or text her. I can't remember if it was a call or text, but just saying that it didn't fit his lifestyle, and he did like her a lot, and he
Yeah.
appreciates her values, but that's not going to work for him because
Yep.
he doesn't want that type of a relationship.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's sad because I have met several men that I've liked, and I've gotten to that stage where I need to tell them now.
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm
every
talking
single
about.
almost like 95% of them would say that's not what I'm looking for.
Right. And that's happening to women a bunch. I bet. And then imagine being a man too. Like, imagine being a Christian guy,
Girls
and
think
the
you're corny.
girls are gonna be like, "What the heck is wrong with you?"
But I think that's also why, like, having your kids in church, which I get, like, not everybody that's in church necessarily always continues to believe that way and live that life. But a lot of people within the church find their spouses in the church
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
do have similar morals and values.
Yep.
I could see being in a smaller town how it could be probably harder to find a spouse within your church or a church just because like
Right.
you've known everybody. But I think that's like also not that you're putting your kids in church to find somebody, but I think that's like a really good reason to keep them in church and going to church because they're
Right.
going to have more. They're more likely to find people that believe in their same beliefs and
Yeah.
have the same, morals as them, which would help them in life and build a community around them rather than I didn't necessarily go to church all the time.
Yeah.
We found ourselves as Christians, but,
We're in our
but
30s.
I had my, I didn't really have church friends. I
Right.
had like public school friends or the kids around the neighborhood. And I probably can't tell you one friend that I had that I can think of that was like a Christian like I necessarily was
Right.
prior to becoming friends with people that weren't, because then my values started to change because I was more around people that didn't carry the same values. So I think that all like runs in together. But yeah, I couldn't imagine
Yeah. It's such a weird.
dating with the values that I have now because when I tried it just in high school, I mean, as like a
And that was in
16-year-old girl.
2008.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Imagine now. It's like
Um,
everything is so overly sexualized nowadays. It would just got to be rough, dude. We feel for you. We
for sure.
like, yeah. But at the same time, I wish I would have came up. The more we get into our Christianity, the more I wish I was raised more Christian. I wish my mom would have broke through more, and my dad wouldn't have been such an influence on me when it came to like faith and stuff, because he was just so anti that.
Right. But you also have to think about like, okay, um necessarily God uses your certain paths to like guide you and for you to maybe be that light for somebody else to show somebody else that. And we
100%.
both lived lives that weren't necessarily the greatest way to live
Yeah.
and been around people that hurt us. We've hurt people, I'm
Yeah.
sure. um
I didn't hurt anybody. I was a nice boy. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
I
kidding.
didn't like I can't think of any point where I purposely hurt people, but I can look back on my actions and people that like one, if I wasn't put in that situation because I wasn't around those people, I wouldn't have been doing the things that led to somebody getting hurt.
Yeah.
I
I
wasn't necessarily the person But anyways, so those things that we've lived to do, like people can't necessarily, when if we were to have a conversation, open conversation with somebody that is thinking about religion and thinking about like where they are in life, are they going to be accepted, or like are all church people, is it all like these is it all judgy, or is it this, or is it that? We're the ones that be like, listen, this is the life that I lived, and I'm happily traded that in for where I
Yeah.
am
For what
today.
we do today.
And I don't feel judged, and that's not going to be at every church. It's not going to be every person that goes to church with you.
No.
But I don't feel judged by the life that I've lived.
At our church, it's like I see just as many older people getting saved as I see new people get, like younger people getting saved.
Right.
When we have the baptism Sundays or whatever, when they do that and they play back the videos, or even at our baptism, there was more people older than us being saved than there was younger kids.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah,
clearly I mean, if they're anything like anybody else in the world,
he would
they
love
didn't
for yeah
live a life.
he would love for all of us to come to him at a young age and follow
Yeah.
that path. But when we don't, and we finally, um, come to Christ and, get baptized and start working on that religion, anything that we've done prior, he's going to use for good.
Yeah.
He's going to mold that into helping somebody else. He
could use us as the example to like
right. And
save
then for
someone
Christians
sooner,
that have
maybe, or
never experienced anything,
yeah,
and that they lived that whole life, like he's going to use them in different ways.
right,
So regardless of how you got to Christ or where you're at in
right,
it, just keep going, and he's as long as you're open to it and letting him know, God, use me how you see fit, he's going to find that way for you.
right. Yep, he's gonna use you for the way he wants to.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, he's gonna use me for music, dude. I've been. I don't know if you know this, but I came up here and like pre-produced a couple things the other day with the new vibes in mind.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, it was late, I think.
It was very late,
yeah.
but yeah, I was also very frustrated because it was late and I was tired. But then I got the gun and got something going good, and I was like, dang, I needed to get the dust off. So, like when I started to release music as Brian Lynn, I was like talked about going complete country, and that's what I'm gonna try and like keep the country vibes in. But Chris and I were talking, and it was like I kind of also want to like I want to just like, I don't know if I want to keep myself in a box either.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I was a hip hop producer for freaking 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I could make like, I want to like try and create something that's not out there already, especially in like the Christian realm.
Right. With that, I'm not, I'm the radio listener, so my opinion only goes so far. But I necessarily feel like you probably should stick to the country thing. You can put the Christian with the country, because that just flows so well, as it is. And then like your music, even your music about you and the songs that you sing, necessarily just because they don't talk about God doesn't mean they're not like something that Christian listeners can't listen
they're
to,
not
because
like
they're
super
not
secular.
bad. No, it's nothing like bad in them.
Yeah.
I think once you get to a certain point of putting out your stuff, and like you already kind of made like this, like then you can like put in other stuff flowing. You only have the one song out right now.
Yeah.
And I think if you were to throw in, like, let's say you got another song coming out shortly, but then after that you threw in something that was like kind of different, it'd be more confusing.
Yeah.
I think you should have your base of what you're doing, and like
it's
right now,
I think
right now you could put out a Christian song as like a country artist, and it wouldn't be confusing, because the songs that you put out could be songs put out by Christian artists. They're just not necessarily, because like Phil Wickham, is it Phil Wickham or is it somebody else? No, it might be is Phil Wickham the one that has the long hair?
No, Corey Asbury.
I don't know if it's Corey Asbury.
Brandon Lake.
No, not Brandon Lake. Anyways, I want to say it. If I think Phil
Corey
Wickham
Asbury
had long
is
hair.
kind of known for doing like his newer stuff is known for doing songs that aren't specifically.
He put out
Christian
like
songs,
but I can't think
a
of
lot
who.
of his songs
I thought it was I thought it was Phil Wickham, but he put out a song about his daughter.
This might be Corey Asbury.
Corey Asbury, then?
Yeah, the song that we always listen to.
No,
about his son.
No. Okay, so
But that's the
different
example.
guy.
No, I don't think like I'm gonna get away from like what I'm already doing. I think that I'm just gonna start putting him in it more, and I think that I'm gonna be like I was super like against doing the like Morgan Wallen esque production where it's like hip hop drums, country
This guy,
vibes. Oh,
Benjamin.
Benjamin William
Yeah.
Hessel, something, right?
He has got a couple songs that more based off his family and
Yeah,
his.
yeah.
But
I
there's
think I'll always do that stuff.
But like no, that's what I'm saying. Like I think you can totally start doing some worship stuff or some country like Christian music.
I think that
I
yeah,
was talking more or less the type of music, like bringing in more like the like how Morgan Wallen has like the hip hop to
yeah,
it.
like hip hop
I think
drums.
that right now would be such a different from what you've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, but it is. I mean, uh,
It's up to
I
you.
mean,
I don't. That's like I just said. That's just me as a radio listener's opinion.
yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily know that that was the same person singing a song if I heard your most recent song to something that was similar to like Morgan Wallen's music with like the hip hop
yeah. It's
bass
got
to
like
it.
yeah,
I would be like, oh, this is a different artist. And I just think like if you're trying to like be someone that you're bringing people to your page or your
yeah,
music, you want it to somewhat be like a like not secular, a
like a
like
consistent sound. But
sound.
it's hard. It's hard. Like I don't know how to produce that kind of stuff,
I
and then
know.
I got to sit around and wait
Well,
for
but how many
months
songs
and
do you
months and
have
months.
right now done? You have like 4
We
done.
have 4 done, but I he's out on tour, and it's like I
Right.
don't
So
know
then
when these
make
songs are
so
gonna
when
get
you
done.
put those 4 out,
Yeah.
right now you could be working on music for those could be whatever. It's not an album with 4 songs, but you could
No, and I don't think I'm gonna be
could it be a
like doing
project?
projects. What, the 4 songs?
Yeah.
It could be, but I think I'm just gonna do singles. But that you it is a good point. But at the same time, it's like if I'm brand new into this artist, this is the time to experiment to see
Yeah.
what people like.
I was just saying I would suggest putting out those 4 songs and then switching it rather than doing those songs and then filling in back and forth.
See, I was thinking about like putting one out that was that way, one out this, just put out
Like I
random
said, I
music
don't really know. I just to me
to like test the
as
waters.
somebody's listening, I'm when I hear a song that I like by an artist, I'm hoping that their album has somewhat or whatever is
Yeah,
out has somewhat of the same rhythm because
yeah.
I like that. And when you go into it sometimes, and even like these huge artists, you'll hear a song and nothing else on their album is like that
Sounds
song,
that same, yeah.
and it's like always like ugh. But you are like a smaller artist, and sometimes people like coming to find different variety.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm a radio listener. Okay, if it's on the radio or you send it to me to put it on my iTunes, that's how I listen
Right.
to it. So I mean, my opinion only goes so far with that kind of stuff. But also,
I
I'm
just
not the
want to like
person to like talk to about maybe that because you are like a people have to find your music, and
yeah.
people like me are not finding your music because people like me are radio
Right,
listeners,
right.
and
You're listening to
I
what's
have
already
no clue to
popular.
how to find new artists. I don't
Right.
know how people do that.
Yeah. I
People
just
like, I
yeah.
like this, so I like type in music like this, and I'm like,
I think that like when I got into country more and was like getting into the Christian stuff more, I didn't realize that there was a world of hip hop that is Christian.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, there's still good music over. I am happy that I can listen to rap that because you know what I mean. Like it was such a big part of my life. So then it's like I do like, and then I start getting it not itch to like make rap music, but an itch to produce. And the way that
Yeah.
I've always produced is 808s and trap hi hats and like,
I
and
I
it's
don't
like
think you
I
couldn't
don't.
put out that music, but I would say the music that you're singing, I will always 10 toes down stand. The music that you're singing right now is what's best for your voice, and like that is what showcases
Yeah,
you
but
as an artist.
right, but I'm not talking about changing how I'm singing and stuff. I'm just talking about having those type of drums behind country
Yeah,
music, like Morgan does.
yeah. I like I said, I liked your music prior, but like this music
Yeah,
fits your voice, and you're giving more lyrical like
yeah, and that's what
wording
I'm
to
saying.
your
Like I'm
songs
not
now
gonna
because you're
change that.
feeling it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you can do that and just add that, fine, you whatever. I
Yeah.
support you. I'm just
Yeah,
always
I know.
wanting
I'm
to give you
just
my opinion because at the same time I'm a listener. Like,
yeah, yep. It's been. I mean, I made like one beat, so
yeah.
we'll see where it goes.
Well, I think you showed it to me.
I didn't. I haven't
No?
even bounced it yet. No.
I swear you showed me one with like it was like you haven't made one prior where You showed
I
me
made
one
a
for
song
sure.
that was like very Morgan Wallen style.
I liked it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like doing that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's still me. I'm not gonna go to like straight to rapping.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like be the same artist I was before.
Yeah.
It's still like I still want to just.
But I mean, if that's what you're deciding, that's what you decide. I'm just giving you my opinion. I just think what you're doing now with your music,
Yeah.
showcases your vocals in a way that your hip hop or your art never did.
Yeah.
And it's just like
No,
this is actually showcasing your
Yeah,
talent.
I want to keep it the way I want people to know that I am a singer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go like I don't think I'm gonna go like even Chris was like, bro, you should just make bangers, and I was like, I just don't want to be like, it's not gonna be me rapping on them,
Right.
but I think that I could like create something. I mean, I hate to keep bringing up the man, but Morgan Wallen does it where he is. You're not questioning he's a good singer. He's a country singer. His songs, some of his songs just have 808s and hi hat, like hip hop elements.
Right, but those don't showcase in his songs.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like you're still getting how.
No, yeah, you're not thinking that as a regular listener. You're not like this is a country rap song.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
make
getting
sure you
at.
don't go to like AI. AI shows a case that like it's the worst. It's like country rap. You keep showing me this AI stuff, and it's just horrible. And like,
no, I wouldn't go like country rap. I don't think I would rap. I never did before, really.
But no, like, but for some reason it was put towards more that category, and I can honestly see how it was fit to that category more than singing.
Yeah,
just because the way everything sounded together.
Right. I'm talking about like a country, like honestly, like that style. Well, it's my voice, so I wouldn't sound like Morgan. I don't sound anything like him, but it's like that style of country, but like Christian vibes.
Yeah. Who do you sound like that? That one guy, remember? Or he sounds like you. Remember we were talking? And I was like, it was a sing, and I was like, I thought this was you for a second. I thought you were about to hit me with a new song. We were in the car. I don't remember who it was. But you remember?
I do remember you saying that. I don't. I mean, it's just.
It was just. I think the beginning part of the song, the way he was.
Artist, it was hit.
He was. I think so. And it was the way he was like hitting the notes were very much like how you do yours.
It might have been Phil Wickham.
And I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
But yeah, I'm thinking about just like taking all the stuff that I've already loved in music and kind of just like making my own sound, which I'm already doing. Like my song, the one song that's out, the other 3 songs that I have done don't sound like anybody else.
No.
Especially like anybody country. I think it's like its own little thing. So I'm just like, I want to make music more. Yeah. And like me fighting the fact that I don't want to do it at home or I don't want to produce it a certain way might be like hindering the fact that I could just be still making good music. It just like, I don't know.
Yeah. You get impatient as well.
I get super impatient.
And impulsive. That's the only thing where I'm like, okay, let's make sure
I'm not going to be a rapper, baby.
Let's make sure we're still sticking onto this, because when you get impulsive, immediately you like it seems like you want to change genres.
No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just like, trying to like
dang it, man.
No, I'm just trying to like bring in I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like different influences. Yeah. Smurf is texting
because for a long time you did like I'm gonna say it wrong. You're like, I did not do emo music. You did like
metal. Yeah,
but,
and then I did indie for a while.
Okay, so you did that, and then you went to hip hop. You did the hip hop for a really long time.
Yeah, I did.
You stuck with that.
I did hip hop for like 10 years.
But then you'd go in and out of doing it. You had breaks in between where you just
I did stuff out. I did. Well, I had breaks where I was like not wanting to. I like would work on something and something would happen. And then I went in and out of wanting to just be a producer, right, or be an artist,
right.
And
yeah. And then you got really into it again. And then I remember really hard when we met each other.
Yeah.
And then you took a break.
Yeah.
And then you went really hard on it again.
Yeah.
Took a break.
Yeah.
And then with this last kind of slow down with it.
I slowed down with music in general over the last couple of years.
You did, but it was because of who you were working with, and how they were trying to do it.
Yeah,
they weren't really listening. Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to be a better person. I just want to talk crap.
No, and it's
it like led you to a different one. Then you were starting putting out stuff by yourself.
Yeah,
and then you were like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go do heavy metal.
Yeah.
You were like itching for that.
Yep. Scratch that itch real quick.
Scratch that itch. And then
the country is like a whole new
the
thing.
country came in. And I was like, okay.
Right.
But
Here
I
we
mean,
go
like I
again.
said, your country has been my favorite.
Yeah.
And I love all kinds of different type of music. So it's not necessarily because country is my favorite type of music.
Yeah.
That's just my favorite of what you've done.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what I end up doing. Who knows? Next week I'll want to get back in counterculture and we'll start screaming again. I'm just kidding. I just want to like be more consistent and like be feeling like I'm actually doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing anything right now. Like I put the one song out. We have to shoot for the next song.
Yeah.
Like, and I have to get back on it. And I will also want to be creating too. Like I noticed the one, like this 4 songs that I have, they're good songs, but they're also like they're acoustic vibes. And it's like, I also would love to have something that would be like more country pop, like, you know,
dancey.
What I mean? Yeah. Or like make people like, I could produce stuff at home and it be hip hoppy country. It's going to be my voice. It's going to be the same style songwriting, but I do want to go like, I want to write some like Christian stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I just look at the realm and I don't see an artist that's doing that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I want to like find my own way. I don't know. I also just want to make music all the time and it bums me out when I'm not able to.
Yeah.
Like I felt good about coming up here and making a beat when I hadn't made a beat in like a year, 2 years, like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I have not sat down and made a beat in forever. And also like, if I want to make beats for people, like Smurf literally just texted me while we're talking about this, and he said literally just said, "Hey bro, I'm stressed out and still make beats. I think I want to get back into music." So it's like, oh, yeah, dude, let's do that. Yeah. Let's be friends, and I'll make you beats.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
that I get into like, I'm a country artist, so I can't do nothing else. You know what I mean? And I think that's silly because I love everything. Clearly,
I think you should start trying to write music for people too. Like put it out there, like songs, like produce the whole thing.
Write it for someone. Be like, hey, this would be good for your voice.
Send it into like places. Like people still send their songs into like record labels and all this stuff. Yeah. For writing, I think that will itch an itch as well. Like you're still making it, you still have to record the whole song to send to them. It's not, so I think
scratching an itch too.
I think it is, and then like you could also do more different genres with that.
Right.
So you're also doing like everything. So I don't think it necessarily has to be you as the artist.
Yeah. I mean, clearly the Brian Lynn thing is country vibes.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm going to keep. That's what I was saying with Chris is like, I want to go like country Christian, but like put the hip hop drums in it. So it'd be like country Morgan Wallen, but it's not, I'm not going to say, you're not going to hear it and be like, dang, this sounds like Morgan Wallen.
Right.
Because I can't do that. Like
and there's too many people sounding like him right now.
Oh yeah, dude. There's so many people. But I'm thinking like more production wise.
Yeah.
Like I can make those beats. I have people that I'm like that literally send me loops.
Yeah.
And samples. And I could literally just put drums to them and then write a song to it. And there I have a song. I don't have to. And then when Sean is here and he wants to co-write and has time to produce, we make like a bigger sound.
Yeah.
But I could also have stuff at home that I produce. So I'm like being more consistent with putting music out. Because right now I have 1 song out and I only have 3 other ones to put out.
Right.
Maybe 4 because I made that one here. That's over an acoustic.
Yeah.
Thing. So it's like, I just want to find ways to like be more consistent with it because I do want to grow it. And there's no way to grow it when one song's sitting there for 3 months.
No, I agree. I agree. But I definitely think once you get on like a good and rhythm with your own stuff, that you should try looking into like when you're like, oh, I want to make this or I want to like try to like send it out.
Yeah, I always do that stuff too. Yeah. But I barely have time to make my own. So like when I want to make music, I want to make it for me.
I think it's just us actually making time because we always say we don't have time, but like we can find the time. You can go upstairs while I'm downstairs with the baby.
Yeah, I always feel bad asking about that, and I just need to be like, hey, I'm gonna go upstairs for a little bit.
But like that's the thing is,
and
like,
I know there's no
why
reason
you feel bad is because I think you're up here for a really long time. I don't want to say too long, but you're up here for a really long time, and I think if you just made it like a weekly thing or even twice a week thing where you're only up here for like an hour, it wouldn't be so bad. a lot of times, like, you come up here and you're up here for like 4 hours.
I don't think that ever happens.
Yeah.
I think it feels like that.
I've started dinner, I've made dinner, you come back up.
Yeah. See, that's another thing though. Like when I come up here, you can't just be creative when you want. It doesn't just come.
Right.
Sometimes you got to come up here and work on a couple things before you get excited about something. And
then I get it.
If I'm on a time clock, it's going to make me not want to do it.
I wouldn't say a time clock. I mean, if you end up in a good flow and you stay longer that day, it's fine. Right. It just feels like when you do come up here and you're like, oh, I want to do it. Like a lot of times, like I'll go to bed like alone.
Yeah.
Or you'll come in here like, and I wake up and you're gone, and like I'm like, where the heck?
That's when I try. I mean, I try and do it so you don't.
Yeah, I know, but that's
so we didn't like take time away from hanging out.
I'd rather you do it in the day too, because then you're like tired the next day.
Yeah.
And then
I'm still trying to like. I want to figure out how to fit it in more, and I think that I'm just trying to figure out when to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I think during the day, if it takes the first couple times that you're in here for a while, you're in here for a while. But
honestly, if I come in here with like the stuff that I'm talking about, I can make beats fast.
Yeah.
And so if I make a beat and then bring it to work and write it for a couple days and then record it another day, that's me only being up here for like an hour, a couple.
And I think sometimes like I have plans in my head, like I'm about to like say like let's do this, and you're like I'm gonna go up there really quick and I'll be up there for a few minutes, and you're up here for hours, and then I'm like, ugh.
You made a plan in your head, and I've been thinking about making this plan for days.
So like I just kind of felt like I was like, oh okay. So I think it's more or less like if we're like, okay, on Tuesdays you go up there.
Right.
And if there is a random time where you're like, okay, I am really feeling like it's like that, rather than me like thinking, okay, like let's do this or let's do that. And then you're like, I'm going upstairs really quick. And I'm like, then I'm a little bummed out because like, dang, I wanted to.
See, and that's why I don't like to come up here.
But that's not, I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big girl. I can get over it. But it's, I just feel like if it was consistently more of like, hey, I'm going to try to do this on Tuesdays from this time to this time, or Wednesdays from this time to this time. You let me know what days
you think I should come up here, because we'll just start.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because Tuesdays doesn't really work for you because sometimes you do church, but I don't know. It's just more or less not Mondays because it's lazy Monday. No, I'm just kidding.
Monday. I mean, look at us. We're filming a podcast on Monday.
It doesn't matter. I just say if we like try to you figure out what consistently works.
As long as if I'm thinking about doing it, I'll just let you know earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Not just like, hey, because I did it the other week and you were fine with it, and I already had the song written, so I was only up here for like an hour.
Yeah.
And you took a nap. You didn't even know when I came back down.
I'm never not fine with it though. Like
I know, I know you're not, but I also just know that like it's that like I come up here and I'm focused on something, and it's taken away from time that we could be chilling as a family, and we both work, so we appreciate our time together. And I don't want to feel like I'm taking away from anything. It's me hitting this. I don't want to feel like I'm taking anything away from my family, but I also like get really bummed when I can't do the things that I'm like passionate about. Yeah. Like me and you do this together, so it's beautiful because we're spending time together and we're doing something. Right. I'm creating. I'm itching that thing where I'm like, I'm getting to create. But yeah, I think I would just gotta like be more verbal about being like, hey, I need to go scratch an itch, bro. Yeah. I gotta go upstairs, and and not feel like I'm taking time away from our family, because I know I'm not. Like, I don't do anything else but spend time with like, you know what I'm saying? We don't do anything not apart. I just don't, me. Yeah. I love you very much, and I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want you to be like bummed because you thought I was going to watch Mormon Housewives for 6 hours with you, and instead I want to come up here and put 808s down. Yeah. Bro. Come on, dude.
No, ever since I've had Everly, I feel like there's been like a level of attachment to you that's different than prior to having her.
Yeah, I used to come up here a lot back in the day.
And I feel like why aren't you right next to me sometimes?
Yeah.
And which, I mean, that's not.
I mean, that's
completely
a good thing.
Healthy.
I love being with you too, but
I think now that I'm pregnant, I do like I get like sometimes I'm irritated that you go shower. I'm
right.
Like, why?
See, I don't like that I don't like to put you in that position.
But it's right now. It's just hormones. This is me wanting to like basically sit on you.
Yeah.
Like, put me in your pocket, carry me around.
I want to be with you all the time too, baby. But I want to be up here sometimes too.
Oh, I know, and it's fine. I don't know.
So yeah, more music coming from your boy Brian Lynn. If you haven't listened to,
you might hear me on the track because I'm sitting behind him,
like just creaking in the chair. Like now that line was trash. Um, I Get Home out now on all streaming platforms. I'm just gonna make an ad for my songs and flow it in the middle, and I'll sponsor myself.
Do it.
But yeah, I do want to get back to it. I want to like shoot more content. The content's gotta be. You know what's been? I posted just pictures and with a slide of pictures, and I've been noticing a lot of artists doing it where it's like a slide of pictures and it's like this song. I posted one the other day, and I don't know if it's just because I haven't posted in a while, but I posted one and it did better than like any of my posts had done in like 5 or 6 posts. And it was just pictures. And then I come across like this Christian artist. He's super sick. He does like Afro beat type stuff, so it's like dancey Christian stuff. And he'll do like the rapping on the mic posts and stuff, but a lot of his posts are just sick photos of him and their slides.
Yeah.
I think photos are like being.
I think people are getting out of the videos because it's so much work.
Because so many people are not. I think it's because so many people are doing it. Everybody's doing video, and then Instagram is now all videos when it all used to be photos. So now people are like, let me just see some sick pics.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot more work goes behind doing a video.
But we have what we need to take sick pictures.
Yeah,
and it could really only take me putting an outfit on and going into a wooded area.
Yeah, and I don't think necessarily it even has to be of yourself. Like people like do really cool like scenic
yeah, like scenic
photos
and stuff like that.
So you could like do some of yourself, but then also just go out and like get like cool like clips like that where we went and did that shoot for you to make your
cover
stuff, art. Like just shooting into like those are they called willows?
Yeah, like those flowy plants.
Yeah.
Though I also just got to shoot more content too.
Yeah, take a picture of the ocean.
Yeah, we got to start working on this next song stuff.
Yeah,
we might as well just crack into that. Go out and take a bunch of photos
of neon lights,
and then we got to figure out like
tons of neon lights.
Yeah, take pictures of neon lights. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I know.
I'm trying to figure. I might have Jesse make a cover for that and just have the cover just be like a neon heart, like not a picture of me. You know what I mean? But yeah, we could go out at night one night and just go to like Flagler or something and just take pictures with the neon on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're brainstorming content right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you listen to us babble about how my music dreams going again and again and again and again all the time. We love you guys very much. Thanks for tuning in forever and then some. I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. I hope the rest of the week is amazing. I hope your Monday was good. Sorry we're a day late. And if it does better on Tuesday, I'll probably swap it because this is pretty cool doing it on a Monday. We got to go pick up our little babies. Mm-hmm. We love them so much. Well, we love them both, but one of them's here. One of them's at Mammy and Papa's. So we're going to go pick them babies
Teenagers doing teenage things.
Yep, she's just hanging out. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening on the old podcast apps, hit us with some stars. I'm going to clip some more content, so follow us on TikTok. I think TikTok and YouTube are our places right now. I think I'm not going to worry about anywhere else. We have an Instagram. If you want to go follow us on that, that's cool. But TikTok and our YouTube. If you find us on TikTok, click that link in the YouTube. If you find us on YouTube, we have a TikTok. Go find it. Forever and then some pod. We love you guys. Have an amazing week.
Bye.
Bye.